abducted by the crew of the Starship Alpha 2. They're from the planet Q, which, due to a space-time loop, is stuck in 82 and must be rescued. They need our heroes to discuss the latest news and give their reviews of games and movies too. Sure hope you're not confused. We swear this is all true, not just the premise to the Totally Rad Show.
Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Totally Rad Show, episode number 8. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Jeff Canada.
Dan Trachtenberg in the house.
That is correct, he's in the house. Not only is he in the house, he's in the house 1 year older.
Happy birthday, Dan!
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Thank you.
What are you now, 107?
We can do this
Just that.
safely.
Yeah.
Look, just that.
We
We got you something. And just like a guy, all I had was Christmas
awesome.
wrapping paper.
Yes.
But we
Steve
pulled
was
our
there.
money, and we got you a gift. So
Yes.
happy birthday, buddy.
I'm gonna guess an action figure.
You're going to guess an action figure.
This feels like
Wow.
an action figure box.
Really?
Okay.
It's a little big for an action figure box. Don't you think,
Wow,
Dan?
what is this?
Yeah, maybe it's...
It could
a
be,
check.
it's a...
This
it's
is actually
probably-
really cool. This is nice.
Oh, dude, happy birthday.
Thank you.
hear
Birthday,
that?
bro.
I love that you had
What if I already
paper.
have?
All I had was Christmas paper.
Oh my guys!
Oh, my God! What's up with Mr. Ruins the Surprise?
Oh my
Action
god!
figure.
Well, show everybody.
Dude.
Avatar. Push his little hips.
Push his thing here.
I must stop the Fire Nation.
That's awesome.
I love Steve's giddy laugh from the background.
Today is
badass.
actually Dan's birthday. The
Dude,
day.
yes, this is it. We
So,
are taping.
While we're recording.
Dude, they got some... Oh, yes. I gotta get some...
Why don't you guys give me that one?
Awesome,
that one's
right?
cooler. Just kidding.
I could have gotten you that one, actually, but...
I'm just kidding.
Well, does he have a
I thought
little
you wanted
kite?
Does this
fight
thing
for the
open?
good.
Does the staff open into the...
No, but the kite's back there, see? You can put it on
Oh.
there.
Can I say for a second that I went to Toys R Us today to get that?
Yeah.
And it's the first time I've been to Toys R Us in quite a while.
Yeah.
There are some awesome toys, you
Oh
guys.
my god, I would so go to Toys R Us
Seriously.
right
should
now.
do-
I could have spent
do
like
that.
$300-$400 there, no problem.
We should get some of those hat cams and then run through Toys R Us.
Not only do they have like awesome Avatar action figures, they have a full-size kid can play with his staff that folds into a kite,
Got the kid like,
leaping off the ceiling, the
Yeah.
roof of the house.
We've all been there.
Dude, they have like a $90 20th anniversary Optimus Prime. That's like this tall. It's
Wow.
Dude, we gotta go to
amazing.
Toys R Us.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I mean, like maybe they should sponsor.
At the
I love that
barbecue.
this says ages 4+.
well, that's you.
At the, I am plus. At the barbecue, let's try launching him.
Okay.
Yes! We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Dude, thank you so much. That's awesome.
Hey,
Happy birthday.
I guess action figure. That's pretty rad.
That is
I
great.
ran until that kind of.
Let's get
made
into
me
it, shall
sad.
we? Sad Rat.
Welcome to movies this week. I did an Alex Albrecht. This week, episode 8.
Is that, do I do that?
I think so.
Yeah?
It actually helps me with syncing. So
Oh, okay,
Okay.
good. So, this week we all just saw.
Well, we kind of snapped.
We snapped.
We snapped.
We weren't going to see 28 Weeks Later. I was convinced that it was going to suck.
Your
I
exact
did
words
too.
were, "There's no way this can be good."
Yeah, I think that was my word.
You're exactly
That
right.
sounds
so
like
glad.
Dan.
I'm so glad we remember that. Perfectly.
Happy
word for word.
birthday!
Yeah, so, and then my buddy called me and he was like, are you going to go see 28 Weeks Later? It's getting all these good reviews, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, it's going to suck. And then I came to you guys and I was like, I heard it's good. We should maybe try to go see it real quick.
And then we just went to go see it.
Right. And I was wrong, I will
Wow.
say. And I will continue my thoughts after hearing how Jeff thought.
I agree with you, Dan. I thought it was much better than I expected it to be. And I don't know if
You never saw the first one.
Oh, I should
Yes.
say that right out. I'm embarrassed to say that I never saw 28 Days Later.
I'm embarrassed that you had to say that.
I know.
I'm also embarrassed.
And I'm
many
very
reasons.
curious to hear. I'm very curious to hear how you guys compare the two. But I'll say, as a fresh viewer,
Yeah.
as a person who never saw the first one, it's a darn good movie. It's a little dark and joyless. I thought it's
Well, yeah.
that a
so
bad
was
thing?
20,
Not
so was
necessarily.
28 Days Later.
But for a summer movie, like it's an odd time for them to be releasing it. I think because it's as a summer movie, it's very. It's like there's shades of the war in Iraq. You know, there's like very like kind of dark, heavy overtones.
It's interesting. I didn't pick up on any of that.
Steve, can you turn that thing over? Because I keep looking at it and I feel bad.
Oh, your action figure?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Thank you. It's distracting me.
Anyway, but
So,
yeah,
as somebody who's never saw the other ones,
it grew on me as the movie went. I mean, I thought it started really strong and
Yeah.
really crazy. And
that opening scene.
that may have been the best opening to a horror film
Oh my
in
God.
the history of horror films.
yeah,
my God.
The S hits the F rather fast.
and in the way, and honestly, in the way that you never see in Hollywood, because that is not the time when that much S hits the F. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
And the way
Are you
that
talking about,
like the
are you
end
talking
of the
about
movie.
Sassafras and
And-
Fancypants?
yeah, you know when Sassafras hits the fancy pants, shit's going down.
Movie trivia. You know what?
This episode brought to you by Sassafras and Fancypants. Brand.
Smell does not endorse
No,
Sassafras.
not
Just
again.
messing with Steve now.
Do you guys know what movie Sassafras is from?
No.
Why I know it? Legend. Love that. One of my favorite movies growing up. Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yeah.
Sassafras. The little guy goes Sassafras.
All right. So anyway, back to the movie.
yeah.
I'm going to say that I agree that you were wrong, and I will admit that I was also wrong. And I was thinking to myself halfway through, like in one of the very few down times. I mean, it's shot in such a crazy way that I think it really embraced the sort of frantic, confused nature of 28 Days Later. Because 28 Days Later, the whole point is this guy wakes up, it's Crowman, Scarecrow.
Scarecrow. Oh, he's in Red Eye.
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy.
yeah.
Cillian Murphy or Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy, Killian Red, whatever. It's a good beer. But he wakes up and he doesn't know what's going on, and so there's this sort of like really confused, like even you as a viewer, you're like, I don't even know what's going on, you know what I mean? And I thought that translated really well. I thought the way it was shot, it's extremely violent, but the way it's shot, a lot of that is your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
You see a little bit of something, you're like, did I just fucking see what I thought I saw? And then you're like, I don't even know, and then you're on to something else.
Yeah.
The scene where the whole scene was shot through the night vision scope was genius.
The
It's very
best-
Blair Witch.
That was the best moment.
Oh.
That was incredible. What a smart idea. This isn't like Last House on the Left, walking with the handy. Like they
No.
did it in a great way. And for me, the greatest moment because Jeff, who's sick throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, I'm a
he's
little
sick,
ill.
by the way.
Yeah.
If you can't hear, but he goes. There's a moment that happens, and he goes, "Oh, dude." And
Yes.
I was like, that's exactly how I felt. And I was
Yes.
like, oh my God. Because it's like, oh, dude.
And there's so
Yeah.
many amazing moments like this. I mean, I can't stress to you enough how like emotionally charged and sort of confused and
Yeah.
exhilarated that opening scene was. That entire opening scene.
Of course, now they're going and expecting that. Because that was the
Well,
cool
but-
thing about it. is
Yeah, was that it was like,
So
this is the beginning of the movie.
yeah.
Well,
And it was, but I was even from the beginning because I will say I was waiting for that moment to happen.
Right. Well, of course,
But,
come on.
but it
Being
really fucks
yeah,
with
you
the
know what's
no,
happening.
right.
Yeah.
But it really fucks with the mathematics behind when
Yes.
it's going to happen.
Yes.
You know, like it was very claustrophobic, very dark.
Yeah.
Not dark tonally, like you
Oh,
didn't see a lot.
And
like,
then when the light
yeah,
finally.
and you were like,
know,
that was
cool.
brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
brilliant.
there's a lot of brilliant
I will
shit in
say
this.
this movie is so near brilliance to me.
Yeah.
I the whole movie I was going, this is first of all one of the most amazingly made the filmmaking is fantastic. To no discredit to
The sound.
the sound
was
design.
amazing.
Yes, I was gonna say that as well.
The gunshots and
It's a
stuff.
very loud movie, but it
Well, yeah.
it beats on you at
Yes.
a certain
Well,
point.
but also the music was really good choices. But then
yes.
again, was 28 Days Later had that great like British
Counterpuntal.
pop kind of, yeah.
Never.
Oh,
And like modern music,
Yeah.
not like typical orchestral score, but was downtrodden and hip almost.
Yeah.
But
to me, this felt like your regular run of the mill zombie movie, Dawn of the Dead kind of thing, and Children of Men.
I had
It
that
had
thought,
an
too.
amazing. It had a really
that
like
same
that
thought.
real gritty.
we are in sync today.
you
Dude,
think that
what
too?
this is.
Because I was gonna say I don't
Love it.
to
It's
know
so much better than one of us not feeling that way.
It was directed by this guy Fernandillo. I forget Juan Carlos
John
something.
Claude.
He made this movie Intacto, which I highly recommend. Many people have not seen this. Foreign flick.
Was it the one about the like time
Luck.
and the Luck?
It's
Did
about
you-
people.
did you do
I
Luck?
told you guys about it.
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. It's not called Luck.
Right, but it's
It's about people who are really lucky and they can steal other people's luck through trials that they go through one of which is people tying headbands, blindfolding themselves, and running as fast as they can through a heavily wooded forest. And that scene is fucking dope.
So
Well, this
why
was
were you so
great.
sure that it was not going to be good?
The trailer
looks horrible.
Looked like a straight-to-video
Yes.
schlocky. And this,
Agreed.
And that's what I was saying. To no discredit to the director, if someone had told me it was going to be Paul Greengrass's 20, this felt like what he did for a spy movie, Born
Yeah.
Supremacy, was a gritty, realistic spy movie.
Very realistic.
This was what that did. Batman Begins, sort of like this was the gritty, realistic, more so than 28. I think I may have even liked this more than 28 Days Later.
I think I did.
This is Aliens.
Yep.
This is Terminator 2.
Yep.
This is like,
Wow.
and who'd have thought it's called
I
28
know.
Weeks Later? Like, what
And
the
then
fuck?
at the end they did a play on the whole
The
thing.
only thing I did not like was the children. It had that children fucking it up for everyone kind of thing. That,
I loved how.
but it opens on a conflict that was.
Yeah.
It's so human.
No,
and
that,
gripping. And
that
throughout the movie they
killed
use
me.
that. Yeah.
That
But
killed
even
me.
the people that you associate with, I love how we never really are sure who the hero is and who we're
Yeah.
supposed to tie, and then unexpected things. I don't
Yeah.
want to.
No, I know, but
The
yeah.
brilliant, without ruining anything, the brilliant thing it does is that it focuses you on these are our heroes trying to get out of this situation, and then it shifts focus to these are our heroes trying to get out of
Yeah.
this situation, and then
And it keeps taking away
and giving a different.
the people with power, the people
yeah.
who are able to help,
Yeah.
taking those people away and
Yeah.
making and upping the stakes and making the
Yeah.
peril more perilous.
It was,
it's a
yeah,
good movie.
I'm beginning to end.
Totally.
The best part was we were like, okay, well, we'll just talk about this for a little bit. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, you gotta see this movie.
All right,
I'm
so-
glad that you came to us on your birthday and said,
Yeah.
I was
maybe
wrong.
you should check out this show.
Wow,
Yeah.
and you guys totally
Go do it.
So speaking of sequels,
Nice segue.
they're now talking about Terminator 4
Oi.
in a very serious way.
Terminator 4.
Unaffiliated
Oy
way.
vey.
They're making the Terminator TV series, which is still
Really?
happening. Yeah, and we didn't know who Sarah Connor was. They announced it was Lena Headey, and at the time I had no idea that was. She's the chick in 300. Now we know.
Oh, the mom,
The-
the wife.
the
the
chick,
one?
the
Yeah, the-
hero chick in 300.
Oh, the Queen.
Queen,
Amidala.
yeah.
No,
Yes.
that's not it.
Wow, I'm going to talk about Queen Amidala in a little bit.
I saw
if we
it.
get there.
I saw it on the internet.
Yes. So Terminator 4. I read this. They're the same writers of Terminator 3, because the Vagina brothers, the Vagina brothers, who own the rights to the first three Terminators. They
I like
relinquished the
their
rights.
monologues.
I do.
So nice. So at first I was like, "Oh my mother!" I wasn't going to talk about it on the show.
Yeah.
This is stupid. Why are they doing this? Don't we already have enough? Then I started to sink in. First of all, we just saw a good sequel.
We did.
And then I thought about Batman Begins is a part 5
No.
or
Batman-
6.
of
if you
Batman
count-
and Robin.
But I know, but I want to say something that I think I even read in our forums. Someone mentioned, why can't comic book, like, Sam Raimi isn't going to return for part 4.
Yeah.
Comic books get new artists.
yeah.
Right.
Like, oh, by the way,
Your creative team.
The Walking Dead, 28 Weeks Later. I don't read The Walking Dead, but do you?
No, actually, I have.
Oh, well, if you like The Walking Dead, you're going to love 28 Weeks Later. And if you like 28 Days Later or 28 Weeks Later, you'll probably like The Walking Dead, even though I didn't. Just saying. Zombie
Okay.
comic book about surviving.
Zombies.
And
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. So, why can't... I just feel like movies haven't... Cinema is new, right? 1900s,
Yeah.
started late 1800s.
Sure.
I think we're now getting to the point where we might realize that we might get movies that are in installments. We may have plenty of bad ones, and then we might get a good one.
Like Star Trek?
Sure. Yeah. And
Or
James
Star
Bond,
Wars.
of course, does that.
Well-
but why not the
Yeah.
Lethal Weapons or the
But
Terminators?
Star Trek is an example of movies that are only linked because everything takes place in the same general universe.
Yeah.
And even, so in that sense, you're saying it would be interesting to see a Terminator that just takes place in the world in which
Well, so
that
what
happened.
was it that turned your interest?
Oh, by the way, first, it's taking place, it's the Future War,
Oh,
which is interesting.
sure.
The thing that starts off everything.
Yeah, I get what that means when you said future war.
Right. But I don't know. I'm just feeling like
Didn't they
we're
say they
all...
want to make a trilogy?
Huh?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, a new trilogy?
They said
starting
not just
from the-
one, but they want to make 3?
No, that was another movie.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
to cut you off.
Matrix.
What? No, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. Do you think?
I-
do you think that the sequels have to be bad? I mean, they have been, but
No.
can we get a bunch of bad ones and then get a good one?
Batman Returns.
Right.
Begins.
Right. That's
Batman.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Casino Royale, there were a lot of. I mean, those are different because they're
haven't seen that, I guess.
episodic. Oh,
But
you got it.
yeah. No, I know.
But you know what I mean? Like, why not, like, different artists, different writers take over, rejuvenate a franchise? Although Terminator 3 wasn't good and it's the same writers. But
Well, maybe maybe this will be better.
anyway.
It's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
I don't have much
I don't know if I
confidence
agree
in
with
it.
myself
Yeah.
either. But
I don't know.
anyway,
but I
that's
think
movies.
That's rad.
Big Akita. A letter from my mom. Oh my god, look, it's E.T.
That felt
Yay! Wait, you should camera me on Alex's reaction.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Oh, my sister. Danny boy, happy birthday. May you have good fortune and good fortune cookies. This year, love, Kamala and Yoni.
Oh.
I don't know how to get it out.
Oh, jeez. Who does?
Be tough. Be for my girlfriend. So, the lady makes magnets, and
What?
she made a Nintendo controller magnet that says
Oh, dude!
That is awesome.
hello, Nintendo 64.
Oh!
And then you have to scream.
Dude.
Black.
Wow.
I love black.
I heard they were taping.
EB Games. Michael Mann.
Oh, okay.
That's okay, dude. Maybe the next one will be about ponies.
Kittens. It's a book. It's a photo book. That's badass.
Oh, that's
Very awesome.
nice.
Film posters of the 80s.
Oh.
Totally rad.
And the
Happy
recycled
birthday, Dan, from your
Christmas
TRS
paper.
bros. Thank you guys.
They got on the camera.
Here's the guy behind
Yeah.
the camera.
Dude, that's fucked up. You can't do that.
It's your birthday.
Happy
That
birthday,
is
bro.
Dan's like,
fucked up.
I'm a cheapskate, and now I'm
Our birthdays are coming up soon, Dan.
Xbox. This is way better than Nintendo 64.
Even Elite.
I was gonna say, so I'm not getting the Elite.
Dude,
You
that
can't
thing
get 'em.
doesn't exist.
Okay.
Find him.
video games.
Hey, welcome to the video game segment for the week. There's a lot of news. So we're
Yes.
going to try to get through a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But first of all, I have to say something. I have to tease you guys.
Oh, yeah,
I
what's the
can't
NDA?
talk about this
Yeah.
because I signed an NDA.
Okay.
But I'm just going to say that I went to Neversoft this week and played Guitar Hero 3.
What? Holy! What?
I can't talk about
There's
it.
a what?
You can't just
I
say
can't talk
that.
about it. I played it.
Well, you just
For hours.
But you did just talk
What the?
about it.
But how the?
I'm not supposed to.
But how did that happen? I mean, what?
All I'll say is
You just told them.
I know, but I'm not. I'm not saying anything about it. I'm just saying the fact that that happened.
You're allowed to do
I
that?
don't think so. All right, let's move on.
Wait.
What?
How did that come
I'm not
about?
telling
Are you just
I can't
kidding
tell you.
about
I
Guitar
can't-
Hero 3?
I swear to God, I'm not kidding. I played it.
That
I
is
played
the.
it.
Wow.
And I'll say
is-
that I'm in a completely unrelated note. I'm very excited about Guitar Hero 3. But completely unrelated to anything that may have just said. Okay, so
That just blew my fucking.
there's a lot.
Blew my testicles.
There's a lot of stuff to get to this week. So let's.
Okay, go.
So this is where we would traditionally have E3 this week, which is why there's a shit ton of news. I mean,
Was that happening?
no, I mean
The hotel room
pushed,
E3
all
though?
pushed back. No, I got all pushed back.
That's
So I have a little
F that.
sadness in my heart because this is every year. This is when I would be at E3.
Me too. I've been going for the last like 4
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
I love it.
But
5 years.
it didn't stop a lot of companies from making a lot of announcements. So
All right,
let's
let's
go
get
down
to
the
them.
list a little bit.
Okay.
One of them, a bunch of new games that were announced. So I'm gonna list them off, and we'll just see if we have any thoughts about them.
Okay.
Condemned 2.
I loved Condemned.
I did,
Did you
too.
finish it though?
No.
I did.
Oh, hello.
Well, did you not?
Sassafras and Fruity Pants.
It's
No,
called
we
Sassafras
got
and Fruity
far,
Pants.
but then we realized it's all sort of repetitive.
I didn't
Really?
get,
Oh,
I didn't
the
get that
ending is
far.
awesome.
It was too. I hate to say this, but it was a little scary for me. So I didn't like to play alone. And then when I had people over, I was like, let's play Condemned. And then they got scared, and it was just like...
It's a fun game to
it's
play
a
with
great,
people.
Yeah.
Well, they're talking about multiplayer this time, and they said it's going to be the most brutal hand-to-hand multiplayer ever on...
Well, it was a brutal hand-to-hand,
Yeah.
non-multiplayer. on
Interesting.
console.
Sounds like fun, right?
First person
Does.
multiplayer hand to hand. All right. Sounds
I'm
a little
in.
bit like.
Yeah, what was that with the where you were like clawed
Or
and stuff?
yeah, like well, the one was Ground Zero Texas, and then they made the
No.
one where you were a ninja. Ground Zero Texas was with the shooting one for Sega CD.
Yeah.
And they made the Kung Fu Warrior something.
So you're thinking way back. I was thinking like 2 years ago.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
Far Cry.
No.
All right, also another announcement. Sega said they're going to make an Xbox Live Arcade and PC title
Okay.
based on Happy Tree Friends.
Oh, I heard about
I don't
that.
watch that.
I don't watch it either.
No? Oh, it's funny. It's fun. It's like cute, violent.
So it was like the, what's it called? The one we were just, the Drinky Crow that I showed you.
Yes, exactly. Like Drinky
I was
Crow.
like, oh, you want a blubber sandwich? And
Yeah.
then you
If these guys are
Well,
like,
that's the
oh,
opening
we're so
28
adorable,
weeks
we're so
later.
adorable.
Yeah.
Well, it's yeah, okay.
Oh,
Not-
it's
not
not,
as
oh, it's
violent.
not just like that?
Not as violent.
You're like, oh, wait a second, Dad. It's not exactly like that. Like, I don't get the difference between...
I want you to go with the
your
give people
birthday,
misconception
you're
that
just
there's going to be furry animals in 28 weeks
All
later.
right, so that's an interesting concept. We'll look more about that in the future.
Simpsons.
I
New
was,
Simpsons game.
dude, I will
Oh.
tell you guys a little story.
Tell me.
I was on the airplane going from Los Angeles to San Francisco to shoot, and two people sat down next to me. One of them had an EA backpack, and they started talking, and I was like, I bet you these people are from EA. I don't know what cued me
such
off.
sleuthy maneuvers.
Sherlock Holmes over
So
here.
at the end of the plane, because I was like, I didn't want to talk. They were like sleeping, whatever, and I had work, so I read Watchmen for whenever we talk about that. But I don't know why I was being so secretive.
Guitar Hero
I didn't
3?
know. Yeah, right. I signed an NDA with Watchmen. But anyway, and so I was like, oh, you know, are you guys in the video game industry? Because they had just said something like, ooh, GameSpot showed us what they were going to say, and they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, what company do you work for? And they're like, EA. And I know Mike Mazer, who worked at EA, now works at Dig.com. My buddy Dave Rosen, who works at Pandemic BioWare, which we got to talk to him. So I know you don't watch this, but you'll get an email, Dave, because we want some Mass Effect action. But used to work at EA. So they knew them. And I was like, oh, what are you guys doing up here? And they were like, well, we're just about to announce this new Simpsons game. And I heard that on Wednesday.
I think that's
That's
exactly
what we
the day it was
had to listen to that whole thing for? So you could be like,
No,
I'm
it
a
was
bigger
the next
dick than
day.
you.
They released it Thursday.
Yeah, that's cool.
I knew a day early.
Look,
Actually,
if he can say that, if he can say GH3, you can say that.
Now, look, I would not have said that story had I remembered back to when he said all that.
My
stuff
friend
about
called me
playing.
up and told me he was playing
All
a
right.
demo for...
We're not.
next
Sean.
days.
No. But Simpsons
wait,
is
I'm
going to be.
excited.
It's going to be like episodic, and not episodic content in the way
Right.
it's released.
Right.
But it's going to be the way it's structured is it's supposed to be like 16 mini episodes being written by actual writers of the show, recorded
cool.
by the actual voice actors. They said like over 2 hours, something like that, of actual recorded dialogue.
So when Simpsons,
No.
when they do the Simpsons games with like that kind of feel, like Simpsons Hit and Run, was great, fun
I didn't.
for people.
The
thing is,
Not that I hated it.
It's clearly going to have like Simpson. The idea of the game is the Simpsons get sucked into a video game and they're aware that they're in a
Love
video game.
that.
So it's going to be a lot of
That's
making
cool.
fun of video games themselves in the
Right.
video game industry. Which
Remember
is
the
kinda cool.
episode of Simpsons?
Yeah, he
of the
becomes
few that I
3D.
saw?
Yeah.
Where it comes
Yeah.
3D. What
I see
what
a
kind of
hole.
game?
That's the thing.
Is
They
it like
haven't
your
really-
favorite game? Your favorite game?
Guitar
What's my
Hero 3?
Your favorite game was The Simpsons, the 4-player.
Oh yeah.
Four-player console like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and
Yeah.
Is it like that or?
no, it does involve combat, and the way it looks exactly like you're watching the TV show, which is cool. They have this technology
That's
where it's in
cool.
3D, but it compresses everything to make it look 2D, no matter what angle you put the camera as you adjust the camera with your sticks.
Oh,
It's kind of cool.
interesting.
I can
But
watch a little of
the
that.
thing that they have to impose on this game, which is kind of a bummer, is combat. You know, and any kind of these games, they have to impose combat onto it, and I always feel like that just doesn't fit with that universe. you
Yeah,
know?
like I really wanted the Futurama game to be really good, but
Yeah.
it didn't quite.
So we'll have to remain to be seen. Okay, also, Tecmo had a huge presentation,
Yes.
and one of the things they announced, or not announced, but showed more of that had already been announced, is the Ninja Gaiden for the DS.
We
Yes,
watched that
we watched
We
video.
that
watched the video of how it's going to be controlled using the stylus. Dan, what did you think?
Okay, pumped because I like to work out.
This
No.
game is going to suck.
No. I am thrilled because I just started playing a game that you told me about called Kirby's Canvas Curse, which is all it's like a
Kirby's Canvas Curse?
Kirby's Canvas Curse,
Like canvas, not campus?
canvas,
I like it already.
because
You got a magic paintbrush in it.
That's what I figured.
it's using the style. It's a platformer, but instead of A jumps, B runs, whatever,
Yeah.
it's like using your stylus in a. I can't describe it to make it sound cool. It just is really fun.
You don't
and
directly
cool.
control the character. You alter the environment so that the character can move safely from left
And
to right.
it's fun, dude. It's a lot of
I'll
fun,
try it.
and it's such an original, gameplay
I'll
style.
try that.
So that being said, I'm stoked on this Ninja Gaiden doing something like that because it's not the traditional, right? We got from the
Right.
video. It's not the traditional
Double tap to jump, strike it like this to slash against
Single
somebody.
tap throws an arrow.
But you don't control the
Throwing
character,
star.
right?
Yeah.
You don't. You control the character, but you don't move the arrows to move.
Well, I guess
them.
you don't do that in Kirby either. So that's
No,
cool.
you actually don't control Kirby at all. Kirby's
Right.
moving whether you want
That's
to.
what I'm saying.
or not.
It's the same thing. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I was afraid
I'm a
of was
little
will it be
nervous.
like Space Ace or Dragon's
Oh,
Lair?
yeah.
where
No,
you-
no. It was clearly not like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
What
But
are you nervous about?
Oh, life has been getting down.
yeah, I know. Tax
Vampires?
time. Vampires. Vampires. It's been since my childhood.
When your dad was killed
By a
by
vampire.
a vampire by taxes.
Actually, it was just some Russian guy. No, it's horrible. He's totally alive, and Russians are awesome. No, I'm just a little nervous because I don't know. I want Metroid Prime for the
Hunters?
or Metroid Hunters. Yeah. Hated it
I agree.
because
I
of the
hated it too.
using it and pointing it, and I was like, this is too fast and it's too much. I need to be very specific about what I'm doing. Clicking on somebody to throw a throwing star, it's like how what's the delay going to be like that? Like slashing, I just see myself like blah blah blah, and then it's side Z's, it's not full on Z's.
It's
Right.
like Hotel Dusk. Have you guys played Hotel Dusk?
No, but I'm just trying to figure out. Like I'm left-handed, and so a
Well,
lot of stuff because like Brain Age
they have the
was
left-handed-
side.
they
I
have
know,
the
but it was
left-handed.
side Z's. But then when I go left-handed, it just felt wrong.
Elite Beat Agents, because we're all left-handed, right?
Yeah.
So we can't ask someone, but I always felt like it wasn't that. I always felt like my hand is covering where the next
Yes.
thing is.
Most definitely.
I hated that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or just
I'm
been
nervous. The
right-handed
graphics for it
developers.
were great.
Yeah.
I love that this was designed clearly for. I mean, and it was such a weird like when they were like, yeah, Ninja Gaiden on or Gaiden on
Yes.
DS. I was like, what the?
How's that gonna work?
Right, because I was
Yeah.
like, well, I was like towards the end of the life cycle of the original Xbox and was like rocking it. Did we not have Dan?
No, it just fell.
Oh, just fell? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's going to be just two-shot. An awkward two is what it's going to be. What's Dan doing?
I'm just. I don't know what the rest of the.
Anyway.
What was your point?
I'm back.
All right, so anyway, Ninja Gaiden, so it was one of those things where I was like, wow, okay, you're going to take this game that was like really pushing the original Xbox graphically, and that's what most people were like, wow, the graphics and the gameplay were so like crazy good, and then I was like, now DS? That made me a little nervous, and then watching it, I was like, okay, I love that they did it in such an innovative way, but I need to get my hands on it before I judge.
Yeah. They also announced, just in name only, that there's going to be a new Tecmo Bowl. Yeah.
Well, Dan's
We just
here.
played Tecmo Bowl and it was
I know,
amazing.
it was, but
Well, yeah, it was.
Well, but see, now are they going to do it just like, we're trying to make Madden 2008? It's
Well,
going to
you
be
know
all
what'd be
very
cool?
realistic. I want them to use good graphics, like a graphics update to that old school overhead football game.
Like, and having Tecmo Bowl was cool because wasn't football, Nintendo football,
Yes.
just like Madden is,
3D.
long, vertical? But Tecmo Bowl was cool because it was
Sides.
sides.
To like,
So what if
Yeah.
we had in modern, now the way we make games,
But,
looking
see,
side?
I want it to be sides, and then of course you're gonna have to go and do the 3D just
Yeah,
because they're like
but
we have to.
sides.
But that would be great, maybe just
Yeah.
for like Xbox Live marketing.
well, they don't know. They
Oh.
haven't announced which system it's going to be on.
What if it's for Xbox 360?
Well,
Or
they
what if
said-
it's a
Right.
for real football, not our
Well, but
live
see-
arcade? You know what I mean?
Right? No, I
Yeah.
love all the
Yeah.
things that you said, but just that it's not just your run of them because I don't want. I mean, there's
Yeah.
too many of those. I don't like to play those.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Madden fan. I'm not a big
Yeah.
football, baseball. Although
I
I
do
did
like
play
Madden.
baseball and it was alright.
I like the baseball
Anyway,
games in Madden.
tennis is my fucking game. I love
But you know
tennis.
what? We're all over Topspin at the Trachtenberg household.
Yeah.
And I know you're a big virtual tennis guy, but like when they make new incarnations of the tennis games,
Oh, I don't need to get them.
yeah, it's
'Cause
the
I don't know
same
who the
thing.
fuck the
It's,
tennis
all it
guy
is
is.
Same
all it
with
is
football.
graphical.
Well, but
Football
people
is
go,
just a roster
Yeah, but
update.
people go
And
crazy
also,
with the roster.
also the problem
Why?
with
I know they
tennis
go
games is once you figure it out,
Yeah, it's just
It's it.
it's just a
It's
game
Pong.
of
Yeah.
nano
Well, they-
switches in your thumb.
They also, the other big announcement that they made at the Tecmo event was Rygar
Holy shit.
for the Wii.
Wow.
For the Wii.
Because I
Yeah.
played the PlayStation 2 Rygar.
Yeah,
Loved
with the
it.
shield.
Well,
and
my
the hand.
fear is
Loved
that it's
it.
going to be a port of that in some way.
No.
It's actually a
Game.
good game. It is a good game.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
the
that's
idea,
cool. You throw your
you're
thing.
going to be throwing your yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So that's
But
what
is
they
that
showed
the only
nothing
we were,
about.
I was just talking about this actually on well, I'll tell you about it later.
On Big
Okay.
Nation or
Long
something?
story. Yeah, it's long.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's not worth it.
So we're excited because
But Rygar's a
Rygar
great
throws
classic.
his
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
They just showed one little kind of bit of character art.
Yeah.
No in-game stuff, and they haven't said how it's
There
going
was
to
a
be.
guy with the thing like standing.
Only
Yeah.
for the Wii, though? Because then I won't be
Only
able to
for
play.
the Wii. Well, you come over to my place and we'll play.
Sure.
And that
There
will
you
be
go.
No,
right.
His place
we should
plays
say,
this week.
just give props
Anybody?
to old school Rygar. Was it not the first, although I just had a flashback to another
PlayStation
great
2,
game?
I didn't play.
It was really fun. And the
I know,
score
no, I've
was
heard.
great.
I heard it was.
But wasn't the original Rygar like because it had the side-scrolly one?
Was it on the
It
Genesis?
had like switched modes
Yeah.
on you. It had
You went
top down,
forward. Yeah, and you
and then
like
it did
went-
side-scrolling.
kind of like Contra did. Contra had
Oh,
that,
yeah,
like,
that-
and then
yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I guess that a lot of them did. Now I was also thinking, remember Wizards and Warriors?
Yeah.
Love that game. There was a
Fuck
bunch
yeah.
of them. They were fun and hard,
Yeah. Fun and
just
hard.
like me right now.
All right.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, we're not doing it. All right, go.
So here we are again in the open mailbag forum thread
Let's-
on our forum.
Let's fondle the mailbag
Let's
and
fondle
discuss.
it. Okay, first one is .50. Why is that? Okay. .50 says Appa is awesome. Appa
Yes.
from
Agreed.
Avatar.
Yes.
Agreed. I want to find bison. Would any of you A, B, if not, what creature from any rad source would you want?
This is really interesting because, of course, your mind instantly goes to Falcor.
Exactly.
That's what I was.
Well,
yes.
no, that is the natural progression is to go to Falcor.
Although I would have said
so let's say
Artex. I would have said Artex.
I know because you like to
Yeah.
tell people that you know the name of the horse. Because you always bring up that that's the name of the horse, which is awesome.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this may blow some nuts.
Careful.
Fezgig.
Oh, we were talking about him.
Fezgig from Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
That guy, Fezgig.
Yeah.
Fezgig.
I got one so good.
Go ahead.
Kill it.
The little guy from Flight of the Navigator
Yes.
that he puts on his thing,
Yes.
thing and helps him out.
Yes.
You guys are both
Wow.
doing better than me. The first thing that I went to was Gandalf's horse. Whose
The
name
sort of
I can't
dorky
remember.
white.
That
it's
was
just a
the
white
dorkiest
horse.
thing.
Not if you read the book.
Well,
if you
guess
read the
what?
book, the horse is epic.
Was he speak and do magic?
No, he understands Gandalf, and he's freaking faster than all hell.
So he
That's
speaks
true.
and does.
But you know,
magic.
dude, you gotta have something that flies. Someone
Well, that's the thing is that I would
he
say.
understands, he doesn't speak.
Yeah.
Next question, Jack.
Well, I was just gonna say, Fezgig doesn't do anything. He's just really cool. Like it would just be a really rad pet to have this ball, like because it
Yeah.
looks like a critter. You know what I mean? From Critters.
Well, I went to Neverending Story also, and I mean that's the one you.
course.
That
Who does
scene,
not?
Dude, it's a fucking.
So cool.
It's a luck dragon.
I thought you might have said the hippogriff from Harry Potter. I like that scene in
All
the
right.
movie.
Buckbeak,
Okay.
not so
This is
much.
the whole idea
I
of
mean,
this
it's
is
very
that we
cool.
blast.
Okay,
through
Yeah,
here.
earlobe, favorite zombie flick, and are you excited for 28 weeks later? Well,
Uh,
well.
Just like
See the
answered
movie
that.
section
A,
and see the movie
A,
section.
no, not excited for it. B, wish I was because it was awesome.
Ah, good
Funny.
touche.
Favorite zombie flick?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know.
I'm gonna say Dawn of the Dead. The
The
remake
remake?
is up there for me.
Yeah, I could say that.
Dawn of the Dead
I
remake.
think both.
Although
of those
28
are
Days
equal.
Later and 28 Weeks Later were both very,
Very
very
good.
good. So.
Okay, Darth Derek. Hey guys, if you wrote one of the other guys in the show into a hero's character, what would their power be, and would their role be? Examples: Sylar, Food, join the fight, Linderman Thugs. I don't know what he's talking.
See, that's
about.
why we should pre-read these.
Well, no,
'Cause now
not
you don't
all.
know
of
what
them. Oh
that
no,
is.
create a hero's character.
Yeah, heroes.
I
So
see
go
that
ahead.
You understood that.
Alex would be.
No. I would say that every
And
character is
man.
probably going to turn into. I mean, all the characters that we don't think are heroes are ending up becoming heroes.
What? He's saying if we would all the
He's
three
saying
of us
give us a power,
give
basically.
power.
Oh, gotcha.
And I don't know. That's so broad a question. I don't know if I could do
I
it.
think Alex would have the power to.
See, but I don't want the power. I want the power of grace.
Alex would make
That's what I want.
jokes.
That
That's
would
the
kill.
that's-
I'd be like the Monty Python sketch. The funniest joke, so funny that people die when they hear it. And they translate it into German. And
Yeah.
the American soldiers are just saying German. And all the German guys are dying.
I would be the guy that laughs at jokes uncontrollably and can't stop.
Causing earthquakes.
Oh my
Okay.
god. That's good shit.
The cat's just totally 28
All
minutes
right,
later.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's just move on.
I don't.
All right, move on.
That would be the power to be
Spinning,
faster.
top 5 favorite bands.
That's
Rough.
way too 5.
What?
That's way too
Ah,
5.
well,
top
my-
5 is too many.
Yeah, well,
let's
it's
go
top
top
bands.
onesies.
Prince.
Whoa.
That's not a band, it's a person,
Yeah,
but I
well.
love what you're talking about. Wow, fuck me. That's
And right
hard.
now, I really dig Snow Patrol.
Snow Patrol's good.
Very
yeah.
Lately, I mean, it's just kind of lately.
I can't. I mean, I love Postal Service. They Might Be Giants. Epic.
They used
We're
to be
gonna
my
go
favorite
see-
band.
We're gonna go see them
Really?
backstages too.
Wow. I'm glad I was invited to that.
I don't know.
I don't
did
think
you
I'm
take
getting
it,
a
Tom?
ticket. No, I don't think
I'm
so.
gonna talk to him.
I don't. Well,
Well, glad
What,
you
can
guys
you
can be
not
happy
go?
doing that.
yeah, I don't think I can go. But we're not talking about this right
Okay,
now.
But this is important to me. That's very long.
Alright.
Contemporary
We're done with the
artwork.
Where?
I don't like you very
Keep
much.
going. Those
Keep
are just
going.
responses.
These are just responses.
Oh, best discontinued breakfast cereal.
Nintendo. It's a cereal now. Nintendo. It's a cereal. Wow. Nintendo cereal.
This is why we don't take you out. Player.
One side was Link, one side was Zelda, and the other side was Mario. It was awesome. You guys didn't have that?
No.
No. What
But
about
it sounds
you?
delicious.
What about you?
Well, I actually have a funny story for this.
Oh.
Boo Berry.
Oh, interesting.
And the funny story is this. My ex-girlfriend and I, for a period, got really into watching,
Blueberry.
watching a show on the Food Network called...
Good Eats.
No, the one hosted by the guy who used to host Double Dare.
Mark
Oh.
Summers.
What's that called?
Food facts or like
No. It's
Funny
anyway.
with candy?
I can't believe I'm blanking on the name of the show, but it
I see
talks
what
about
you're
how stuff is made. And
Yeah.
It shows you how, but it's not called How It's Made.
right. Discovery Channel.
Yeah, that's Discovery Channel. And they did a thing. They did this thing about. They did a thing about Boo Berry, and it sounded amazing. And I went online, and for her birthday, I bought like a pallet of Boo Berry. You can actually still buy it online. You can't buy it in
Wow.
stores, and you can get it. And I ate it,
pallet.
and it's actually delicious. You can't buy just one. You can't just buy them. So
right.
Boo Berry, that's a horrible story.
That's interesting. Well, no, it was riveting. I'm going to say, I don't really have any because the ones that I loved are all still being made. Lucky Charms is Lucky Charms.
I like Lucky Charms. Not
Yeah.
good for you, but I love it.
No. Lucky Charms is one of my like.
It's like dessert.
Yeah, it's dessert
Yeah,
breakfast.
totally.
Well, that's a Boo Berry. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
It's the same thing, probably.
Yeah, except
sugary, delicious.
none of the berries.
I actually like Kix, even though it's like supposed to not
Kicks
taste like
are
anything.
good.
It's
with-
like
it's like
sweet.
corn puffs.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Their mom tested, kid approved.
Ah.
Anyway, that's the forums.
nice time.
Awesome.
All right, everybody, that's our show for the week. We would like to thank our sponsors.
Yes.
Before we bid you a farewell. First off, if you haven't checked out Netflix, head over to www.netflix.com/TRS, and the www is important. I know I did this instead of the class.
I didn't
but it
know what
the
was
same.
funny, and then I
saw
thought it was
it.
funny.
Anyway, if you haven't checked it out, they have a 2-week free subscription trial, as it were.
It's good.
And you can cancel anytime. Thank you, Netflix.
And also would like to thank GoDaddy.com.
I'm coming next.
They
Get ready.
If you go to GoDaddy.com and register a domain, we're
Yes.
still having the contest next week.
GoRaddy.com. Next week we're going to announce
We're
our
gonna-
first winner.
Yep. So keep submitting. We got some really, really cool submissions so far. We're gonna get our first winner, who's gonna get a T-shirt and a card that we're all gonna, say
Something.
thank you. And
Say things.
It'll be words on a card.
so keep submitting. That you send those to our email address, which is
Yes.
fans@totallyradshow.com.
That's right.
And put the subject heading go Ratty, and it's the raddest domain name that you
Yes.
register using our code.
Right, and the code is TRS1. That's
Right.
TRS and the number 1. Dan?
You can also check us out at MySpace, myspace.com/totallyrad. And
Show.
no, is it? Yes. I looked at Steve
Dan.
and I was like,
Yes,
oh,
Dan.
I always look at Steve.
That is the name of the show.
MySpace.com/totallyradshow. Sign up, become our friend on MySpace. Don't need to sign up. You're probably already signed up, but you can become a friend regardless.
Also Facebook.
And Facebook. There's a
Facebook's
Totally Rad
awesome.
Show fans group
Yeah.
on Facebook that's rad, and
Totally
we're
Rad
on
Show
it.
group.
Totally Rad Show group,
Right.
or like profile.
Yeah.
We are on it. Jeff is working on that. Maybe.
I'm gonna be there. Yes.
Okay.
Although
Your
when I
computer's
mentioned
still blowed up.
when I mentioned Verb last week, my Verb accounts blew up. Everybody was verbing me, which was
All
cool.
right.
Not many.
Also,
yeah.
you saw us answer a bunch of forums questions, so
Yes.
don't forget to go to our forums and participate in the cool community that's there. It's at totallyradshow.com, and then click on discussion forums.
That's
and
right.
thank you for subscribing on iTunes.
That is also
Please
right.
continue to do so and tell your buddies.
to do so as well. And speaking of the shirt that you're going to get for free, we have shirts and sweatshirt hoodies available for sale at jinx.com/TRS. That's jinx.com/TRS. And thank you for supporting our little venture.
And last but not least,
Happy birthday, Dan! Hey everybody, welcome to the Totally Rad Show, episode number 8. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Jeff Canada.
Dan Trachtenberg coming at you.
Dan Trachtenberg coming at you, an extra year older.
Oh my gosh!
Happy birthday, Dansky!
Happy birthday, Dan!
We're gonna man hug.
Guess what we did, Dan? What happened?
You missed it all. We get to start again, which is awesome because I almost made out with Dan.
That was such a good opening, except for when you guys decided to make out.
You literally turned and we're like, and I'm like, happy birthday. Just that.
Hey guys, I got you this. Oh.